Yo, what up on the Huddle Podcast? We are back. Listen, we got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna try to keep it short. We're gonna look at some all 22. We're gonna look at the first drive. We're gonna look at another play that we kind of pulled from the game. Every week, man, we're gonna come back. We're gonna look at some of these plays and kind of take our time to look at them, look through them, to see what we like, what we don't like. We're also going to look at our road to 53, the 53-man death chart, man. I think we're gonna make a lot of changes. I was definitely wrong about a few people, and I was surprised about some others. So we're gonna definitely take a look at that, and then we're gonna talk about somebody meeting the great, well, all of you think, right? Joe Gibbs right after this. I know it looks like Ceelo is at a hotel, but he disappeared. I don't know exactly where he is. But Breeze, what's good, man?
What's good?
Oh, there you go.
Is he back? Is he still frozen?
He trying to slide around the camera. Welcome back to Owning the Huddle Podcast. Brother Deuce is here. He's here to defend his O-line. I'm getting sick and tired of you dudes, this fan base, talking about my O-line. We gonna handle this today. I said tell CJ to drop it.
No, y'all not taking that, bro. Y'all not taking that.
Nah, it's over. You already put it out there, DT.
It's a great day for me, but what will be a better day will be when we get this team to a place where we're playing beyond the regular season, where we're competing for a championship.
Welcome back on the Huddle Podcast. I am Deuce. We got DT. We got Ceelo. We got Celebrity Breeze, who's taking this celebrity to a whole nother level on this weekend. My man is in the building. What's good, y'all? Hey, Ceelo, you remember your first?
Whoa. What are we talking about?
Your first touchdown. Your first touchdown, man. Jayden got his first NFL touchdown. You remember your first, man?
I do not.
That is a crazy way to open the show up. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I mean, the algorithm is cooked at this point.
Already.
Nah, man. Jayden got his first touchdown. We definitely gonna look at that. Look at that first drive. We're gonna pull that up. Look at the first drive. But tell us about your weekend, Breeze, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I spent I got invited. Shout out to the plugs and the connections. But Thor Motorsports, Inspired Motorsports invited me to Richmond Raceway for NASCAR for the races this weekend. So I was a VIP all weekend. I know Deuce finna go crazy with that, but I was VIP all weekend and ran into any and everybody I could, from NBA players and comedians and obviously race car drivers, and then most importantly, I ran into Joe Gibbs, man. I was able to meet good old Coach Joe, and he was standing about 8 feet away from me. And as I told somebody on Twitter, once I realized he was standing behind me, like, it would have took the entire Hogs offensive line at their peak to stop me from getting to him. So, I turned around and Joe Gibbs was right there. Oh no, we gonna get this picture today. So that's how that went. But yeah, man, I had a great weekend. I'm dead tired. That's why I got the glasses on. My eyes look crazy. My back hurt, neck hurt, but I wouldn't trade this weekend for nothing, man. I had a great weekend.
Yeah, bro. I'm tired. Of course, I ain't have a weekend like Breeze, but I was tired, man. I'm glad we ain't do it yesterday, bro. I was like, man, I'm just tired as I don't know what, man.
Yeah.
Of course, Outlaw was good. Outlaw's in the building. What's up, Outlaw? Telly called me LL Cool Deuce.
By the way, me and Deuce didn't plan this bucket hat thing. I had no clue he was doing this. I just happened to have my bucket hat on, and that's how it worked out,
Yeah, he got the bucket hat. Ceelo got the hat backwards, and DT just looked disturbed and upset that we look like this.
It's cool. Yeah, about to start again. DT. Yeah, man.
Bro, I just told someone, don't bring it up, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm
Then I
sorry.
got text messages about some. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this.
I apologize, bro. I won't do it again.
You can't say nothing because your students watch the pod. So
Yeah.
Garage,
Yeah,
there goes the
I said-
algorithm of that opening segment. No, our algorithm is good, Garage. Our algorithm is good. What's up, Cash? Man, follow that man. I asked because I was trying to see when Snatch, what quarter that he caught that pass. So I put in the chat, like, anybody know when Snatch caught that pass? And like 20 seconds later, Cash had the time, the date stamp, and all that, man. So follow that man. What's up, bruh? That's my real brother right there. Yeah, my brother say JD5 is him.
Yo.
See, look, Breeze don't jinx me, man. I don't got another text. This about to be nasty. Next week,
The
about
life of a school teacher, right?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No more. What's good? Are you back no more from your 5-month hiatus? It's been a while. I think that's no
Let
more.
me go, yo.
I think that's no more.
Everybody here on time. We ain't gotta compete with dragons and stuff no more, man. You know. Shout out to the fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Glenn? Y'all ain't been here at 8:30 in a while. What's up, Key? Radar South. What's South talking about? Yeah, right. Breeze, Ceelo, and DT didn't get the email. What's up, Cash? I think we all tired from not having football. Mitch is in the building. Says Ceelo's on his damn Quinn vibes. DT look dazed and confused.
I look very disturbed. Next week, about to be crazy.
Cash ain't been in the film room getting that 5,000 hours. Kayla, what is good? And Deron says,
oh man, here we go.
Here we go.
Full.
This how we're gonna start off?
Yep.
Might as well. So they had the game. So we all know that the Jets, nobody on the Jets starting D played. So let's put that out there and let's have that understanding. Also, like, we had 3 offensive linemen that are projected starters that didn't play. Right? I guess Riley is probably. I mean, I don't Wiley. He maybe. I guess he's just. I mean, we'll just have to see. But projected starters didn't play, right? So, but my thing with that is even the people that played could actually be the starters because there's still competition all around, right? So that gave them an opportunity not only to start, but also to, kind of play a little bit more than what they would usually play to kind of get that experience out there. So, like, I was surprised at Paul playing right tackle. Did y'all think that was an option? We start with DT.
I think with that going to the game and stuff, a lot of injuries have happened over the course of the week with Coleman and Wiley and other guys getting rest. But I think when we evaluate the offensive line, we have to be very real with ourselves and say, okay, we have Chris Paul, we have these certain guys, these kind of playing out of position, like a Mason Brooks and Chris Paul. Like, it's not really fair to them to evaluate them at that spot because that's really not what they're going to be playing for the entirety on this team. But by looking at the first drive, I was utterly impressed with what I saw from the offensive line. Now, they definitely had some mixed things going on throughout the entire game, but I think there's some things that we can come out this offensive line and be like, okay, I like what you did right here, but still have some things, okay, we need to work on, because like your guy Alec Grady, he was getting killed. Everybody's saying he was going to be entrenched in that guard spot. I still believe that spot is up for grabs, and everything that I had to fear about the left guard spot, it kind of showed up when you watch the tape. But I think we're coming out with a better understanding where we're currently at with the offensive line. We've been having concerns about it. O-line depth is still a concern, but we're starting to see, okay, who's kind of sticking out of the other people in that group.
What y'all choose, Breeze?
I mean, I think it was kind of just like a part of this on par for the situation. We had obviously Wiley was hurt. Um, who else? Lucas didn't play. Coleman was hurt. And it was kind of like a next man up thing. I know. What's the kid's name? Alex. Don't give me the line. We had several tackles get hurt during the week, and then we signed a few more, like one or two more, like right before the game, where they wouldn't have been in a position where they could have actually played functionally anyway. I think it was more so like blocking is blocking kind of thing, and just go block somebody situation. I don't really think that Paul or Mason Brooks really factor in that tackle at all. But it was kind of the situation where we just need y'all to go out there and block somebody and see how well y'all can do. If y'all show well for yourself, then so be it. But really, we just need somebody to go out there and block for 2 quarters. But I don't think it's a situation where either one of them are really factoring into the competition at tackle or the depth of rotation at tackle. But maybe that's something that Ron might have left us with a little bit of a position flex, I guess, where they are able to kind of kick out if need be. But I don't see it being much of a thing.
Do you think Paul didn't have to put himself in that conversation, Ceelo?
I think he was surprisingly effective at that position. I don't know if DT said it, but I guess he played a little bit of tackle in school, in college, and so that kind of showed itself a little bit. Lucky gained a little bit more weight. I don't know if it's good or bad weight, 300 pounds, but he got a little bigger over the off season. By the way, him and Braden Daniels, I think, put on some weight. So I don't know, man. I felt like he actually did a pretty decent job at that position. Granted, against the second string. But that's a start, and at a position where he hasn't played before, at least here in the pros. But I think I'm surprisingly optimistic if they want to at least continue to maybe turn him into either a swing tackle or just some depth there, some like DT said, some flexible positions if it comes to that point. So I think it's kind of par for the course on where we are with the offensive line, just trying to figure out where the best 5 are.
I will say, to Telly's point about when we kind of opened up with that about the whole starting, nobody on Jet starting defense played. But even looking at our team, some of those guys possibly could be on the second team, right? I think for that reason, like twos, I guess 1-2 versus twos. I mean, you have Allegretti, you have Biotish, and you have Cosme. Those are starters. They're definitely going to be starters. But to have Chris Paul, like Trent Scott, and those guys just out there getting work, especially Cosme. I think Cosme put himself, he gave himself extra bonus points to make this team, because now he's possibly put himself in that swing tackle conversation where we did not kind of see him before.
Yeah, I mean, I think he still, did well enough for himself where it's a situation, obviously we not just in football but in life, the more you can do, the further you can get. You know what I mean? So if you can show that even though your primary position is guard or center or wherever, the interior offensive line, if you can show that in a pinch you can still kick out and be serviceable. Not saying you got to be a Pro Bowler or All Pro, but be serviceable enough that you don't get our shiny new toy at under center killed. You can kind of show well enough for yourself that you might be able to stick around a little bit, especially for guys like Paul and Brooks, who are kind of what we project to be kind of bubble guys.
Yeah, and I think when you're also looking at that, they can go in the film room with Bobby Johnson, and if those spots, they can work on the things that they were lacking for that position to make themselves stronger for those positions. Like, you can definitely see some things that they had to work on when you see it in the game. They're definitely going to be hitting those points this week as they get ready for another joint practice against the Miami Dolphins.
When is that? That's what, Thursday and Friday again?
I believe so. I know the game is on Saturday.
Yeah.
What's up, Sergio?
Sergio, put a pin in that. We're gonna circle back to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we had this conversation last week where people was telling us that Ben Sinnott wasn't it, and he was gonna take a whole lot of time, and he still might. But I mean, young boy show well.
Any lineman outside of Cosme I mean not Cosme, Paul kind of stand out to you guys?
Oh, I'm just gonna say it. Brady Daniels. Like
Yeah.
I actually noticed him on the football field. Like he's way he's put on some weight. Um, they had him at right tackle this year. Last year he was playing some left tackle, and you see some improvement in his game. He's driving. You see the athleticism that he had. I was thinking last year he was going to be more of a guard because he came in like 296, but you definitely see him put the weight on, and I just noticed him at the game. Like he was actually doing fairly well. Now, is that for starter? No, absolutely not. I mean, I think there's still some things he need to work on, but that's encouraging development for a guy that we all just kind of gave up on the moment last year.
Braden Daniels is the one he had like kind of shorter arms.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen.
the one with the mystery injury.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one I already know that I know what that was, but that was just kept trying to save face for not cutting the draft pick. But yeah, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Like Braden Daniels, from what we saw of him last year, he wasn't good. Like it is like we can be honest about that. He wasn't good, but a year in the NFL, not just on the NFL roster, but in the NFL weight program, and now with new and hopefully better coaching. Like that's what you want to see growth and development in the player. So before anybody jumps out the window talking, trying to go on a victory lap about just give Braden Daniels time, like that's what you want. It's somebody out there that's going to do it, not anybody here, but it's somebody that's going to do it. But that's what you want. You want, again, better coaches and time. You want growth and development. That's what you're supposed to see.
Jayden's movement in the pocket helped mask the uneven right tackle play by Chris Paul. I don't. Oh well, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at that. Yeah, they did. Yep. The Titans did well. I mean, they had some misses, but not a lot. I think for the most part, if you want to say how did the Titans look in blocking, I think they did really well. And you saw Cole Turner like in the backfield in that fullback H-back position. You also saw Snats back there too. So at least they're both kind of doing, and Bates played back there too. But we know he can do it. Just know Paul looked impressive, but it was against the Jets. Yes, we understand.
We get it. He got beat up a little bit in the joint practices. Like he did lose some reps. Like we saw that, but you gotta take it for what it is. The live game reps, he looked decent. Not great, not outstanding, but he was decent.
But they have to do it. Like I wanted them to do it after this game, but I don't see them setting the O-line right now. They probably gonna have to wait until after the Miami game.
Like
I was thing that Ceelo mentioned last week. Like when do we need them to start? Building that cohesiveness between the five.
Yeah, because you still gotta wait on how Coleman's gonna be looking in a couple of weeks. Not expecting him to play this week. I think Wiley got in some drills in today, but we really haven't had the offensive line outside maybe the first couple of weeks playing together as a first team unit. That's something we have to achieve some way or somehow to get that cohesion, because once they get in the season, that's what makes the offensive line better the more you're playing with them, because we need to see how does Brandon Coleman deals with a stunt, how he's going to pass it off to Nick Allegari, or the same side with Andrew Wiley passing to Cosby. Like so many things and metrics go into offensive line play only just by playing together.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to think like preseasons always seem like they got weird start times.
Yeah, so NFL teams schedule their own preseason
early
games. So, it's like the last game is at 8 p.m. on a Sunday. The day before, half the area goes back to school. You know what I mean? Like, I don't expect attendance to be very strong at that game. But, NFL teams schedule their own preseason games, so they kind of just make stuff up as they go.
Only one preseason game, but Kingsbury much more balanced run and pass.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't put much stock into that.
And we got to take this into consideration when we about to look at this a couple of these plays, and just when we talk about these players and how they look better or how they look worse, we have to compare what we know, right? And all we know is up into this first preseason game. So we can compare last year up into the first preseason game last year and this year up into the first preseason last year, because that's the only thing we can really compare. And for me, from what I've seen, this team is so much better than what it was last year. I think the roster is better. I definitely think the coaching is better. The play designs, like Telly mentions here, the play designs look much better. They were telling a story, even though the story was boring. They were still telling a story. And one thing that I always said that Scott Turner couldn't really do. He had a good play designs, but he just couldn't put them together in a story-like format. But you saw that in a preseason game with Cliff, right? And it was very vanilla, right? Even that bomb, even that, I'm not even gonna call it a bomb, I'm gonna call it a pass. Even though that 42-yard pass that Jayden threw, he checked into that. Like that was gonna be a run. And there were some plays that I was like, man, that's some good play. But one thing we didn't see, I'm especially watching this film, is on all of the pass plays, receivers wasn't, and this for you, Ceelo, receivers wasn't nowhere like 5 yards within each other on none of those routes.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think one of the criticisms of Cliff is the lack of pre-snap motion? Do y'all expect that to change this this season? Do we expect to see some of that, or is that going to stay under the wraps?
I mean, I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it a little bit. Just kind of modern day football. It's a thing. But I doubt very seriously that he's going to show much of that in preseason games. Maybe whichever game the starters like actually play legitimate snaps, decent before a preseason game, they may do a little bit of it just to kind of see it against live action against another team. But I don't see it really being much of a thing in preseason.
Yeah, I think we're not going to see as much because they want to keep it much of the offense under wraps. But I think that's where a guy like Anthony Lynn and Brian Johnson come in. They help formulate and add things to the offense, what they did with Lynn coming for the 49ers and obviously Johnson coming from Philadelphia when Jayden had that MVP type season. So I think that's going to be very beneficial to Cliff because he's going to have two guys that he can lean on and help him design some plays to move wide receivers around, tight ends, whatever it is, to make this offense more effective.
Yeah, and I think that's by design. Like I think when they put this staff together, they intentionally went out and got people from all over the league to try to put different opinions and voices together. So they can, like they said, I know it sounds like BS when you ask them like what kind of offense are you going, what kind of defense are you going to run? This is not going to be the Cowboys defense. This is not going to be the Cardinals. This is the Commanders. We're going to run our offense and our defense. I think like the way that this staff was built was 100% designed and intentional. By design and intentional.
All right, let's look at this first drive. Oh, it's already on here. Okay.
Where do I have the kickoff rule? How y'all feel about it? I mean, we saw a couple of returns this weekend. I was like, okay, sparked some interest. I'm still kind of uneven about it, but
I mean, it's new and different. I think by the end of this season, if it's something that they choose to, continue to do moving forward, I think we'll probably get more used to it. But right now, it just looks different than what we've seen in the NFL games.
And some of our seen, man, one blocking. It's like if they could have got one block or a player could have held their block a little longer, they could have taken it to the house.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like before the Hall of Fame game, we saw it live. People were saying like they might put rather than like an actual return man, they'll use like a star player or whatever. So for us, like we don't have that in my opinion, but. Like to put back there, but I still don't see the need for that. I think you can just take a normal return man and still get the same, result. I don't think you need to risk putting a star receiver or a corner or a running back or something back there. You can still have a normal return man, unless you just don't want to carry that extra person on the roster.
And even when they talking about like the safety part, I mean, if somebody from the kickoff team do a good move and share the block, I mean, they're gonna have like a 15, 20-yard head stop full speed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if this is gonna last long.
But they want to score points, so you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, when you say last long, you mean like go back to the regular kickoff?
Or something totally different.
I think if this don't work, kickoffs are done. Like I think they're just gonna get rid of it.
Well, I think the biggest benefit though is better field position, and so far that's what I've seen. Like the average field position I've seen so far has been somewhere around the 40.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just that, like the benefit. There's a benefit to returning it. My bad. And obviously, you know, the what is 5 yards away, 7 yards away. Like you know, the impact is lesser for the blockers. You know, you're not running full speed head up with somebody from 40 yards away. I think that's a bigger part of it. You know, traditional kickoffs, you get a 25, 30-yard head start before you go run through somebody. And, you know, we've all seen it or played it and see what the end result to that can be.
I'm trying to figure this drain out. Let me see. Now I tried to. Well, I'll tell y'all what I did afterwards, but it's still hesitating. Well, let me see if I can do something on here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. Let me try to do this. Yeah, it's even doing it on this end. I think it's because you took it from NFL and it's not catching. It's doing something funny. Probably because you're trying to share it on here. All right, man. Let's see while I try to do this. What do you guys think about Jahan? We can just start talking about Jahan.
Man, what about him? I saw everybody going crazy because he bobbled a catch that was low and behind him, but that he still caught. Like what else? I mean, and he kind of got his feet tangled and tripped. I believe that was in like the second quarter, I want to say. I didn't see nothing worthy of people panicking over. I don't know why there's a social media uproar. Excuse me. I know Diami has been showing well for himself, not only in practices but obviously in the game based on what we saw. But yeah, I still don't think there's anything to panic about with Jahan. I still think Jahan is a very good and serviceable wide receiver. He just have to find a role for him. He's not the kind of player where he can do anything. But I think Jahan is fine. He'll be fine and he'll be on the team.
So I think the reason why some folks are a little probably overreacting is just the big picture, right? Like they have the snap counts out, and he played majority of the snaps or snaps along with like the second and third stringers. Like you said, he had the bobble, he had the tangled up feet. He kind of whiffed on the block. I think the coaching staff probably sees him, and everyone kind of sees him as it's just not a complete lock to be a number 2 receiver. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they want to just see more. But I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's just more of like hey, let's see what this guy can do for us. Obviously the first round pick thing is always going to get you caught up. But I think that's what it's all about. It's expectations. Third season, he's playing with the threes. Oh my gosh, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, most of us kind of just by looking at Jahan's skill set, his build, the way he plays, like most of us kind of agree Jahan is probably better suited for the slot anyway. So if Diami or anybody else can kind of take on that Z position with Terry being the X, and you can let Jahan play in the slot, that's probably better for all parties involved. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I think for this Jahan situation, obviously, his first year was good, but he missed games. The past season, I believe he played every game, but the numbers were not up to par. I think you kind of got like really a lot of things going on, but I think at the end of the day, when you have Terry, like Terry has proven himself to be the number one guy, and I think for this new team and coaches, they're pushing Jahan to step up because they need the help on the offense. I think Jahan definitely has the talent; he can do it. It just has to be more consistent on his part, and he just has to show out there and go out. Because we drafted him in the first round, and this news regime they did not draft him in their own team.
I think to be fair, I think people seeing Diami kind of take forward steps and based on what a lot of people already perceive Diami to be, it's like, well, damn, like Diami look good. Why Jahan not looking good? I think that's actually working against Jahan in that regard too.
All right, let's see if we got it on control now. I don't know how to get that out the way, man.
What the overlay or whatever?
Yeah. I think that's it. All right, there we go. Oh, so I touched that now.
Yeah, anytime you move your mouse, it's gonna bring it right back up.
All right, so what y'all think about this? So he come out, of course, in shock. I don't think we did anything under the center yesterday. I mean, Saturday.
We did.
Okay, all right. So 3 wide receivers said got to tighten out on the wing. I think that is Bates.
Look like Bates.
Yeah. So we have Trent Scott, Allegretti, we have Biotish, Cosby, and Paul.
Yeah.
And for the record, I think it was Clemens played for them. He may end up starting.
Clemens and Bill McDonald were the starting ends.
Yeah.
Oh, both of them played? Oh yeah, that's McDonald right there.
Oh, it's a first rounder.
Yeah, that's McDonald last year, first rounder from last year.
When people say they didn't go against their first team defense, I mean, yeah, for the most part, but they definitely had a few in there that could easily either start or be contributing a lot.
Yeah, like they didn't have like Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams, CJ Mosley. They didn't have those guys, but like there were, players. Like if we have a starting 18, if the Jets had a starting 18, there are guys who are in that 18 that were on the field.
Yeah. And obviously, the initial first thing I see is just look at the interior getting that push.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like Allegretti. Like watch Allegretti.
Obviously, there's no Quentin Williams, but just to see a good push like that, that's what we've been saying. We think the interior will definitely be the strength. For
when the last time we see this go here and then upfield? Look at that.
Right.
If you know, man.
Right.
Double down, getting next level. That's.
I don't know. Like I ain't got nothing. I don't know.
I mean, he a little hype.
He probably was a little jitters.
Yeah,
he said he had jitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was even kind of short on it. You can kind of see that wasn't like a his thumb mostly that was.
Boy, if that was big 6. Yeah, I count that as being jitters.
Yeah, and you gonna have those.
You ain't got much anyway.
Yeah,
Eckler just killed his man.
Look at this right here before we get to Jahan. Watch this. Now, a lot of people was like, he could have went to Eckler. Watch this safety. First, he looks off the safety. Watch he spin inside. Look. He could have hit Eckler on that play.
Eckler was
too.
a little bit of a tighter window though, because you kind of had to drop it. I mean, we've seen that he has the accuracy to make that throw, but
most
that's a little bit of a harder throw though.
Yeah. So like he already checked out of the run, and I think Eckler motioned to the slot. This brought the linebacker up. So like people say, well, why he didn't go to Terry? Like because the man, the coverage here is on. This coverage is off. Right? This is actually this looks like cover 2, but it ends up being cover 1 because they're actually in man, and he has the tight end in the slot. And watch Jayden look to his left. He's right here.
Bottom of the screen.
Yeah, Terry, Jahan, and I think this, I don't know, Bates, I think.
Bates.
But watch what he knows where he's going, but watch his eyes. You probably can't look at both of them at the same time. But he's in cover 1.
Flip his hips though.
Yep.
Boom, peek, flip, bow. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the better option right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
sure. Boom.
Now the one thing I will say about Paul right there, Paul has to work on his hands when it comes to engaging with the end.
Man, that's a beautiful pass. Beautiful catch.
But it's still.
Who's he going to get?
That looks like Clemens.
That's Clemens, yeah.
But I mean,
that's a real pass rusher too.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be fair, like Chris Paul is not used to blocking in that much space though. So like his hand placement and technique at guard is way different than playing tackle and having that much space to cover.
But you also could tell he's done it before.
Yeah.
I
believe he did it. He did it some at what was it, Tulsa? Is that where it came from?
Yeah. Having a quarterback that gets it out of his hand quick too. There goes center play right there.
Hold on, let me see. All I gotta say is I hope Jayden Daniels has more pass attempts than Patrick Mahomes this preseason. The first 2 pass plays, Chris Paul was beaten. The first pass play, Jayden overthrew Eckler, but look how fast the rush. I don't. Hold on, let me see.
I think it was
a screen or a screen pass though.
The screen pass, so you had people like intentionally released.
Right.
Yeah, so
one lineman has to hold at least one player to pass it off. Because the center 2 guards.
So it's not Paul responsibility.
Yeah, Paul's responsible for that. And
see, I want does I don't know. Okay, so yeah. It looks like Eckler's supposed to go straight downhill, chip, and then loop out.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. He started to, but he didn't.
Yeah,
like
because
that looks like a play.
Yeah, that looks like Eckler was supposed to chip and didn't, because like, he definitely got close enough to engage. Like he looked like he was about to engage and then just kind of retreated and turned around.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're not in that huddle or those practices. So we don't really know for sure what his responsibility was on that play.
And you also got to think about this, Garage. Like the goal, like a goal of tackles, especially when ends coming, is to kind of take them where they want to go. Right. So if they want to get upfield, like you take them, you allow them, you take them, you get them upfield, and the quarterback has to step up in the pocket. And that's kind of like what Jayden did. Right, he releases wide, he's going upfield, he's pushing them up, and Jayden has to step up. Exactly what Jayden did. That's not a bad rep. Now that I look at it, because I thought it was a bad rep at first.
And you might want him to climb a little bit more in the pocket, but I mean, I can't complain about that. The result of that play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna take time
a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna take time too.
Yeah.
That was their first pass, second pass play in ever in the NFL in this offense and live gameplay like this.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at Biotish, man.
Also,
Roll
small detail, but Jayden carries out every fake though. Like when he
Mhm.
has that ball off, he carries it out all the way. Like this is the same play. Like
Tight ends.
at some point
He gonna keep that thing.
He's gonna be gone at some point. Like
everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Keep it bootleg.
Watch
Man.
Paul. Watch Paul and Biotish. Like watch the center. He pulled a lot. He pulled a lot.
I always think it's how freaking quick these 300-pound dudes are.
All right, this is what I want to talk to you about, Breeze. We kind of had this conversation earlier. Jake said that's not a bad block because JD wasn't about to throw. He had room to step up. Paul bends at waist and feet stays planted. Yep, Deron said he missed the chip. What's up? Hey, it's been a minute. So okay, on this play originally, right? I thought that Jade needs to throw it a little more, a little more lateral, so Terry can catch it and kind of decide if he's going in and out. But when I looked at it more earlier, he stopped running.
That's Terry in the slot.
Yeah, this is Terry in the slot. This is a screen to Terry. He's going to do a bubble screen, and Diami has to do this block. And I was like, man, Terry ran right into him. But Jahan stopped, and then he tried to block him, and he did. Like if he wouldn't stop, he went straight to him like he was running a go route, and you block him. But I think also with the timing and stuff,
let me see.
It'll help too.
So that's kind of what you wanted to kind of break the cushion a little more, but as a receiver, you don't want him to fly upfield because if he's flying, if all of his momentum is carrying him forward, and that corner reads that play the correct way, he can make one move and fly right past him and blow up the screen. So you want to
but not so much like fly, but like watch how he just stops and he allows the cornerback to come to him.
I mean, the
like
corner's
just specifically look at
he ain't even paying Jahan no mind.
But if Jahan doesn't stop running, like if he like goes to block him, I think Terry is able to get on the outside. You see that? Like I think if he goes to him and makes that contact, like at the 8, at the 8-yard line,
he give him an extra yard or two to bounce it outside. I got you.
So he stopped at the 10. If he goes up to the 8, I think Terry's able to get to.
He also got knocked back about a yard and a half.
He did get knocked back. He did.
That's what. If he's able to engage right there at the point of contact, Terry can probably make that play. But once he caught the ball and turned upfield, he was pretty much right there.
But see, it's hard. Smoke. So.
But like, what is the timing of it though? Like, I mean, you can't block someone until he releases the football, right? Or catches the football, which is
right.
Yeah, I think no release, right? So
all right.
I agree. I agree with that too. Like we said earlier, I think the timing and all that too will help also. But Smoke, like I think that play is built for just looking at the down and distance for him to get up to at least the 8-yard line.
So like the way that we coach it and the way I've always been taught on that is to attack outside. But again, the trajectory of the pass, Jahan getting knocked back a yard into where his lane, it's a lot that factors into the way that play broke now.
I see what Uncle's saying. I thought he was gonna bounce that outside. He might have had a chance.
Yeah, but go back again.
It was too quick.
Go back and pause it right before he released the ball.
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a while since I see someone just hit somebody straight in the bubble. Usually behind the joker.
No, I mean, yeah, go back to where you can see it. Yeah.
We'll take it right here.
Have to run.
Yeah.
It's about to come out.
Oh, yeah. See if you can pause it right when he get ready to release it.
Pop.
So, yeah.
Oh, we learning.
No, you good. So, like I said, the angle of I can say Lord Jayden's pass. If he throws it, because that's still a forward pass. Like he throws it, what 2 yards forward.
Mhm.
If he throws it a yard further behind him, you know what I mean? Terry has room. If Jahan doesn't, like, if Terry catches that ball right there where they're at right now, and Jahan doesn't get knocked backwards, he can bounce that outside.
Right.
But when you play it, they kind of meet at the 12-yard line almost. And
Yeah.
At that point, it's kind of hard to, put your foot in the ground and get outside. He pretty much turned upfield, and Jahan's back was right there.
Yeah, and Jahan stopped. Like if he doesn't stop, even if he, just like jog up or whatever he was doing, like he didn't come off firing off the ball.
Like
but if he doesn't stop and he break down where they are at the 8, Terry catches that and he's able to bounce it outside.
Yeah, but from right here, you have a cornerback who has forward momentum, and Jahan is sitting flat-footed
because he stopped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
when the corner hits him, that's why he gets driven
Yeah.
back like that before he can kind of reestablish himself.
That's definitely all Jahan. Yeah, Glenn said he got blown up. What's up, Boski? John should have never blocked him.
Well, you gotta block sometimes.
Now he couldn't, Jake, because of his momentum. He didn't have enough.
He hit him straight on.
Yeah, see, watch, as soon as he catch it, you see what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, it looks possible to do, but that momentum carried him.
I know I'm gonna get killed and canceled for this, but Terry is not like Tyreek Hill when it comes to quickness.
Yeah.
It's like a quicker, a more sudden receiver can maybe put his foot in the ground and jump outside of that.
Curtis Samuel would have did it. Curtis Samuel probably would have been able to do it.
Curtis Samuel could have done that. That's not who and what Terry is. Please don't kill me. I'm just being honest.
I think
kill him.
No, he wasn't falling forward. He was he was catching the football. The pass. The pass was thrown and it was put in front of him. And he was catching it. He wasn't.
Did Terry Body catch that too?
If he hesitates, that gives the defenders time to cradle the space that he's trying to get to.
Looking at it again, I'm fine with Terry's bubble. Like I can live with that as a coach. But like I said, when Jahan goes to engage, he's flat-footed at the point of contact.
Yeah.
There's no, and that's not DK Metcalf. There's no way Jahan is going to win that grab.
Something we don't watch. Watch him.
Middle linebacker.
Oh yeah.
And watch him. Watch this.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Good God Almighty.
Bruh.
That boy's a conflict.
They finna get cussed out when they get the film.
Bruh, this is the importance of having a quarterback that can throw from any angle, that can run from any angle. This is a running back that can take one. Like, this is the importance of that. This is what's going to help your O-line. This right here is exactly what's going to help your O-line. What's up, Tim? Tim, you never late to know. If DeAndre Brown is better blocking. I mean, but you don't want to be telegraphing this stuff either, right? Like, John's got to go out there and block.
Like, it's also preseason. You want to see
him. Get the ball, you got to block.
Yeah, I mean, everybody blocks. Terry be blocking.
Terry gonna block, yeah.
Like for years, we always had plays that tip off. Like, oh yeah, they about to run right here,
right?
Or they about to do something crazy.
Bring out Cam Sims. He about to start blocking.
Oh, man. Look! Oh my goodness, bruh. I love Cliff. This is only preseason. Tell me what you see in this play.
RPO probably soon.
Mm-hmm.
You got the bubble.
Anybody in the chat? What do you all see?
He can keep it and throw a bubble to Jahan.
Yeah, that's what I saw Jahan bubble out.
So
that's definitely RPO.
You talking about that?
No.
About that? Watch.
I think
This
this
still the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the screen play.
Now
Right.
look.
Yeah.
Jahan
It's the same play, but he gave it to B-Rob this time.
Yeah, RPO.
It's
Yeah.
the exact same
same
play,
formation.
same formation,
Wow.
other
And
side,
And
And
then
now,
same play.
and also
And
to the point of why is Jahan blocking now, flipping it
Yep.
now.
Now
Terry's
look.
on the outside.
Yep. Now on this play, I don't know if he can check in. I don't know if he can check out. I don't know if he can do all that. But if he could do that, like this is like he has what he could
He can keep it.
yeah, he could RP
He
could
can
keep
hand
it,
it,
he
he can
could
keep it,
pop it, or he
can-
can run.
Yeah.
Right. This time Jahan was doing the bubble and Terry was going up.
yeah. And look at that nickelback right there. Watch
Look at
what
him.
he doing the whole entire time.
Watch him. He don't know what to do. Like he don't know if it's gonna be the screen again. He don't know if it's gonna be a run. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Merry
Man.
Christmas.
Yeah, this is good.
And I think
This is
for
good stuff.
preseason they probably tell him, keep it or hand it off. Whatever. Not well. I doubt they tell him keep it, but they probably tell him what to do in preseason, like in his headset. In a game, though, that's definitely what read that, pull it, keep it, whatever.
Right.
They probably got about 8 plays built off of just this right here.
I'll be ready to say this.
I love that.
You flip side.
I love that. Hey Jake, why you not on YouTube? Jake, why you not on YouTube?
And
Jake?
then like the Senate motion, right? Oh, yeah, he just came across information. Like you're gonna see Senate or whoever the tight end. I mean, not Senate. I'm sorry, Bates. You're gonna see whoever the tight end is probably come in motion. You're gonna see, and run a flat or arrow route. Like it's gonna be all kind of stuff built off of just this right here. Like
they can't just attack no more.
But again, look, watch Jayden carry out the fake though.
Yeah, and look at them. They gotta hesitate. They can't just fly in there. Look, gotta hesitate.
Oh, I'm trying to. Hey man, nope. I'm not. I'm relaxing.
The running game.
Oh, I mean, look at the play we scored on. It's gonna be some RPO. Whoop. Oh no, that's the handoff.
We need to watch this real quick.
Base guy rock right.
What's up, Dan? Prayerfully you doing all right, man. That's all I want from my OC. Yeah. But you got it. Like this is a D tackle. Like you got, you know what I'm saying? That's a D tackle, man. What was that?
The play he scored on isn't it the exact same play going opposite direction? Again.
Hold on, let's see.
What did not?
Yo, you know what? I didn't even see that.
Well, they were in pistol on this one. They were in the shotgun. I think the one he scored on, but again, carry out the fake.
The next
B-Rob got to step to the left a little bit too.
Look, this play right here. If they speed it up, that's a bubble right there because that corner coming in late. Motion to running back to the back. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that call on Allegretti. I didn't think that was really a false start.
Yep.
It was really like it was really close.
No.
Did he move? No, Allegretti ain't even move. Who they calling on? Cosme?
I think they called on Allegretti, but he didn't move though. If I remember correctly, they called on Allegretti.
Man, that was real close. Who they calling on? Biotis?
They said Allegretti, but
Allegretti didn't move. Only Biotis and Cosme kind of move.
They even said in the broadcast.
And this right here is what. And I'm sorry, y'all. Like this drink going in and out. I gotta find a way to kind of record a little bit better. But this is like what we haven't had in a while. It's somebody that you can get a ball to, like after a penalty that pushes you back a little more from the goal line, and that's going to get you 5 or 6 back.
Well, they got some wild splits too, but
yeah.
Like look at how many of these plays look similar in pre-snap though.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's what you want too.
And one more time, no. Carrying out the fake.
Interior looks so good, man. lot of
Back to the pistol.
2 tight end sets.
Everybody shoot down. Yep. Baba, who? That's Bates with the block on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that receiver out there? That was Terry on the outside?
Yeah, Terry on the outside
to the
Jahan
right.
slot.
Now, watch Terry block.
No, this is
That's a different play. Yeah.
No, it's the same one. I'm trying to see.
Because Terry is standing in like the back of the end zone, still engaging in his block.
I think it's about to be.
That was a handoff all the way though.
Okay.
He ran into who was that? Bates.
Yeah. Bates got pushed back. Watch how he come crashing down. Oh, no, that's not it.
That was a good block though from Paul.
So many things you can do, bro.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Let me see. Keep an RPO. Oh, I've been wanting. Haha, my bad. I'm switching. Appreciate it. Base was too high. Not since J.D. McKissick. Breeze, I told my man earlier, Jayden will have 4 to 6 rushing touchdowns from 10 to 12 yards out.
We might have 2 or 3 of them further than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's good?
He was running half speed at the goal line.
He was jogging, bro. That wasn't who was that? That ain't Terry.
No, that's Cole Turner and Bates.
Yeah.
This is nasty, bro. Like, watch 72, yeah. He pretty much tackled Eckler. Look.
Cole Turner, I was unfamiliar with your blocking.
Cole Turner on this
Turner
play.
was unfamiliar with his blocking.
Bruh, look at this. Look.
He's blocking out the whole screen.
That's what you want. I tell my players all the time, if we on the outside, bro, block him to his teammates. Take him over there.
Base did a good reach too. Watch this reach block.
Good one.
That's a hold too. But we don't. They're not calling out on us no more.
Yeah, I mean, at least they
that other guy gone.
Inside.
Yeah, they letting us have that. He wasn't taking that touchdown from him. But that's a hold, bro. Watch. Look, what? That's a hold, bro.
He also kind of slipped a little bit, so that kind of helped. He kind of lost his footing a little bit.
Kind of ragdoll him.
Yeah,
he kind of ragdolled him a little bit.
Yeah, like he was engaged in the block. I think
that
throw him off. He tried to throw him off of him and slipped when he tried to throw him off of him. I think that's why it kind of looked worse than it probably was.
I think this the drive.
Is this with Driscoll?
Yeah. I had it set, but it's just don't.
That was a good catch, Gianni.
Maybe this is it. No, that's not it.
Yeah, 2 options.
I don't know if I'm.
This is what Brooks should tackle, right?
Yep.
I think it's this drive. Oh yeah, here we go.
There you go.
Get off. Get off me. Get off me. I'm not done. Get off me, bro. Y'all remember was it last week when we was told that Senate was a fullback? Okay.
Look at
I'm not saying he's Travis Kelce or nothing like that, But like we said, bro can play tight end and run and catch the football.
And if you watch it, like I don't know, I watched it on 100 times. A lot of their routes to tight ends, like they always stem off the line of scrimmage. If they stem, they do an out, they stem and they do an in. I mean, he stemmed this time and went straight up the field. But if you notice, that's what it's like these guys is kind of doing the same motions but running different plays. And you can see it right here. Because I think a play earlier, he stemmed and he ran it out. He stemmed out and he ran it out. This time he went straight up field.
That play design and route was beautiful.
Because one time he stemmed out and then he ran it out. This time he stemmed and he turned it right back up.
Like
in
you said,
the scene.
I'm sure that wasn't like a choice by Senate. Well, it might have been a choice route, but like that's design. So like you said with Scott Turner called plays kind of like button mashing on Madden. There was no rhyme or reason for when and why he called stuff. He was just calling it for the sake of calling it. So it seemed anyway. You know what I'm saying? We see like a lot of these plays look alike. They're using other plays to set stuff up. Even if it doesn't work now, I'm gonna run a different play 20 plays from now. It's gonna look just like this, and it's gonna be wide open 30 yards downfield. Like Telly said, this is what you want. So
I'm excited, man.
I'm not excited yet. I'm trying my best to stay calm. Week 1.
I mean, like I'm excited from where we are right now compared to last year, right? Like we were saying earlier, comparing last year to the first preseason game to this year to the first preseason game, we're much better. Let's go down the list, right? Quarterback,
better.
Running back,
better.
Wide receiver,
should be better.
I'm talking like right now, like where we are right now. Is it a wash? I mean, I called it a wash earlier.
I would say wide receivers because I like Curtis Samuel over.
Yeah,
over
either. I think I had like
anybody.
a worse wash, worse wash. So we can go worse. That's cool. Offensive line,
better.
Defensive line, including the ends.
Ooh.
At this point in the preseason,
right. First preseason game.
So we saying like start like our defensive line from week 1 last year?
No, from the first preseason game last year.
At this point last year, we still had Mark.
Got you. I think it's worse.
Worse. All right. Linebacker. Well, linebacker.
Better.
Much better. I mean, cornerbacks. I had worse wash because of Kendall Fuller. Is QB is CB1. We don't even have a CB1 right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably worse.
And the safeties.
Better.
These
quality competition now.
Yeah. Kickers wash. It's probably worse. Yeah.
Kicker is worse. Kickers,
man. These dudes.
We need a kicker.
We need a kicker like right now.
That's for sure. Coaches.
Oh,
wait. I mean, come on, man. Well, you know what? At this point in the offseason last year, people were still ridiculously excited about EB and
that's true.
And we went on and we beat Baltimore. So at this point, hindsight is 2020. We believe that based on what the end result was last year, our coaches are far better than what it was at the end. But based on this time last year, there was still a lot of excitement about EB and all that kind of stuff too. So,
but no, like remember the first preseason game, there were tons of controversy, right? The O-line, him not running the ball, him only passing the ball. Like it was so much stuff. That first preseason game, if y'all go back and remember, like Sam Howell was getting knocked down.
We talked about
it. Like all that.
We didn't
all that happened.
They take their starters out.
Huh?
We didn't score. They took their starters out.
Yeah.
Right. And even still, like the offense was it wasn't instantly like, well, they just need to keep doing it and grab whatever. But you can tell that they're like spoon feeding the offense. And what we saying out there is like vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I think it's so much better just looking at the first preseason game last year too.
Or text this one. I just can't respond until after I jump off.
So like last year, even though we had the excitement of EB, we were still able to see the flaws like legitly early when we saw the first game, and we came back on Monday in that week, reevaluating. We literally had a whole conversation about what the read was supposed to be and all that stuff. I think with this game, we started off so good, and then you see the defense. Everyone basically went to a hot start until you start seeing some of the players come out of the game. Then you started seeing the second and third string. Then you still have to see some of the things we had to work on. But I think it's definitely a night and day difference from what we saw last year.
Y'all wanna look at the road to 53, or you want to just kind of hold it till next week?
We can hold it because we was in here last week for 45 minutes trying to figure out who was the 53rd man on the roster.
At least we know some names now, though. We know a little bit. We know a little bit more about these.
I will say this, right?
I'm just looking at it.
I'm on record I've said this like every all season, not just the years that we've been doing this, but what you want coming out of training camp and preseason is you want to have to cut good football players. You want to be forced to cut good football players. Like that's a good problem to have when you're deciding like, damn, like I don't want to cut this person because I know I'm not gonna get them back. If I cut him, he's gonna be on another team by this time tomorrow afternoon. Like guys like Tyler Owens like he's gonna make that a very difficult decision at some point. Like it's gonna be tough. Because based on what we've seen in training camp and in one preseason game, man, listen, you know, that young boy is making a name for himself. And if he does it based on what we've seen, then he can go out the next 2 weeks and look like some garbage. But based on what we've seen so far, what he's put on film, he's not going to make it to a practice squad. Somebody's going to pick him up if he's not here.
And I don't know what y'all kind of saw, but let's say like somebody like Percy Brown. Percy Brown got ran over a couple times, bad angles,
same drive
or whatever. But I will ask, is Ben Nickel better than him?
No.
That's the last safety. You know what I mean? So, I mean, do they add another corner to take his place? Like I haven't seen much of Igbo. Yeah, that's his nickname. Kelly, Caillou, Blue, whatever he Castro. Like I haven't seen anything from any of these guys.
I think we're going to see more of them this week.
Yeah, Igman Ogli, he had a really good OTA. But my thing about it, the way I look at it is differently. I think if Percy or guys like that are like in the same group as a third string guys and they brought in some of their guys, they're going to choose their other guy.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, that's usually how that works. So they have their preferences, but they're going to let Percy, you know, obviously, you know, meritocracy, right? Let them play it. Whoever gets whoever's better is going to win. But if they're close, that's when you can see guys like Percy.
Hey, did Mitchell Tinsley play?
He did. He had a target. I don't know about him now.
I don't know.
Go ahead and race that 88, man.
We'll put what Mo Harris 4.0.
Go ahead.
Kaz Allen, he dropped the screen pass. Come on, bro.
Kaz Allen,
he's just not dependent, but he's quick, bro. They did some screens with him. They did the reverse with him. They put him in like he could be that dude, but
I think when you look at, you know, you have
I would hate for him to go to another team, make the Pro Bowl or something.
Man, you got it. You have a Jamison Crowder that we know what he can do at receiver and the return game. You have a guy like Olamiz Zacchaeus who he was the primary returner yesterday. Like we believe that, you know, we've seen them working out Jahan and do some of that stuff. We've seen them working out Forbes to do some of that stuff. Luke McCaffrey is capable of doing it. De'Ami Brown is technically capable of doing it. Like Bryson Tremaine has had a better camp so far. Like,
I mean, look at Braden Daniels now. I mean, you got Dieter, right? God center, but you got Ricky Stromberg, that's also a God center.
Mm-hmm.
Did Braden do enough to bump him out or Trent out? Like, we definitely gonna look at this a little deeper next week, man.
That's what I'm saying. But
and I don't think Jeremy Nichols did enough because I think they're gonna keep 4, but I don't think he did enough to replace Z-Rob, but Wiley showed enough did.
Game.
And that's one of the things I was wrong about. I didn't think he could run between the tackles, but he showed
Go
enough.
ahead and take that 88 off, bro.
But who was 88?
Henry.
What?
No. Take Mr. Rogers.
Oh, Monty Rogers.
Oh, Monty.
Oh yeah, based on yesterday, that yeah.
No, he's gay. They cut him.
Cut him. Yeah, I forgot.
It goes back in the recycling bin.
Yeah, he going.
Hey, y'all,
he with the Eagles now.
Since we talk about receiver options, y'all think they're going to sign Bryant? I think they are.
Martavis
I
Bryant.
don't think he can be a team.
I could see them signing him as a camp body, but I don't see him.
What's his connection? Like, I mean, I know he was on a Dallas practice squad for a few weeks last year, but he got a connection with one of the coaches or something. This dude ain't played since 2018. He played in the UFL, XFL a couple years ago, and he had like 14 catches or 14 yards or something.
Go get Michael Thomas. What are we doing?
The only big connection is he played with Willie Gay.
That's the only one I could think of. But I mean, Willie Gay is a cornerbacks coach.
Cornerback coach.
Secondary coach. Yeah,
so only because of Dallas.
I think we keep
Dallas for 2 weeks.
I think we keep 6 wide receivers key.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Unless somebody just goes crazy in practice and preseason in 2 weeks.
And like a returner or something like Kaz Allen or Mo Harris 4.0. But I don't think Crowder make this team unless I don't know, man. He may make the 6 wide receiver, but Mitchell Chesley gonna have to do something, man.
Mariota
might have some competition. Like,
what's up, DeAndre? I think this might be the first time commenting. We definitely appreciate you coming through. Yeah, man, I don't care. We go 7-9. It's coming in. The draft got some fire. Sorry, Percy. We still need Kevin. I can't wait to watch him at Penn State. Oh, I haven't. Who's that? DT? I haven't.
My memory jogged up, man.
I know, like I don't think like Trail. I don't know if he might take his spot, but I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, we got 100 comments, man. Yeah,
got 100 what?
Comments.
Oh, I don't know if like right now we got all 3 of them on the 53, but like they said, some guys that they brought in like Ivana Nickel, like if Percy don't do enough to pull away from those guys, they might take their guys over them.
I mean, what about Revo? He had a tough game too.
Yeah, everybody want to talk about Forbes giving up the touchdown, but nobody want to talk about how they gave up a 3rd and 12 halfback angle route with missed tackles.
Right. Hey, dog. Like it was like 4 missed tackles.
Like that was horrible.
Real bad.
Armani Taylor, wide receiver?
No, the tackle.
Armani Taylor.
Apparently, just seen a report. He just changed his name.
Yeah, we have all our draft picks right now for next year, D'Angelo.
Oh, yeah, we do.
I don't see it. Based on the current build of this roster, to D'Angelo's comment, I don't see them, and this is way too early for me to even have this discussion, but I don't see them looking at safety early in the draft next year.
Corner's a bigger need, man.
Corner,
tackle,
like
edge rusher,
edge,
edge for sure. Wide receiver,
but that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it, but that's what I've said enough about the receiver position. I will let somebody else say it, but.
Especially if Jahan don't take a step, they definitely going wide receiver early.
Oh man!
I mean, I think corner will be where they look to, but obviously we got a long way to get to that point. I don't even,
I wonder how we can talk about it later, but I wonder how they value, like, how certain staff value certain other positions. They may not value DBs like that, or you think about what Dallas did in the draft and some of the guys that I don't know, man. They may not value that corner position like we do.
Look at dog, he pressed. Yeah, we said our kickers are horrible, dog tag. You keep talking about the kickers.
There's nothing to talk about. We need new ones. We need a new one.
Lord.
At this point, I'm about to go out there and start practicing. You know,
They need to sign
But
one.
now you got a good point though. I mean, if they believe they could take nobodies and make them into all pros, then they might like if he do it this year with somebody, they definitely ain't going
well,
to.
Man, Breeze, listen,
if they
Breeze.
fix Forbes and St. Juice, then we good. Like,
If they sign Martavius Bryant, Breeze, you might need to really lace him back up because this dude ain't played ball in like
if they sign
7 years, bro.
Yeah, he played in the UFL too.
He's like 32.
If
played
they
in the
sign
UFL a
Martavius
couple
Bryant,
years ago.
I'm making some phone calls, bro.
He only got like 14 catches or something.
Like, I ain't go to Clemson or nothing like that, but I can still.
He got to
boogie.
know somebody, man. He got to know
They
somebody.
lose his value in his offense.
Yes, Trail.
Yeah, 3rd round pick. Like,
Then he had like 3 catches. He had some separation. He got some yak.
mm-hmm.
He ran a good crossing route. Got a lot of
It's
separation.
on a 1-year deal. Or a 2-year deal.
Jahan Dotson had 32 snaps. Luke McCaffrey had 31.
So there's your value.
Is Chin on a 1-year deal or 2-year deal?
He's on a
1-year deal.
1-year deal.
If he ball out,
He look fast too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fast.
He
He gonna
fast.
hurt somebody this year.
He look fast.
Man, we might see another 70% roster turnover next year.
Hey, man.
So Jeff Driscoll got to be
cap
QB2, bro. Jeff
Yeah.
Driscoll got to be QB2.
Driscoll looked good yesterday, and Mariota did. Oh, it's Saturday.
And they said he was QB2 today, right? In the drills.
Mm-hmm.
That messing my algorithm up because you mad about kickers, dog tide.
Charles said, "Leaves my ass." Said if Luke Pops, wide receiver, moves down the list or down the tier. I don't know because
maybe,
I mean, even if Luke Pops, like then you have Jahan who'll be up. They got to make a choice on his option. Next year? Then Terry will be
after this year.
Yeah, I think Terry has 2 years left on his deal. It's like receiver is a position where you kind of got to plan for the future. So
after this year, Terry deal is kind of up, even though he got that last.
Yeah, that BS year at the end of it. Yeah. So receiver, you got to plan for the future for that. So if the right one is there, like that's why most teams draft a receiver every year. Like you got to kind of plan ahead for that.
Dog Tide wants all us to know the Saints and Packers have a kicking battle going on. All 4 kickers are doing really well in their camp battles, the Saints and Packers. I'd be surprised if we don't get new kickers in this week. I'll also be surprised if we don't bring in a kicker after the cut after the last preseason game. Because if Dog Tide is, saying those guys are looking good, all 4 of them, then you got 2 of them right there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah,
we need that.
Marcus got to come above that 0. That
man,
my man Mike need that.
Bram said, Trustway sticking with 10.
Yeah, I saw. I mean, I figured it. That's the only. He said he was going to try different numbers out. He's only ever worn.
He only had that.
He's only worn 10 since he gave Jayden 5. I figured he's going to stick with it. Like,
that's a little thank you to RG3.
Hey, Miss Janet, how are you?
What's up, Auntie?
Janet.
Karan said he got a tryout tomorrow. Good luck, man. Man, Driscoll got to be QB2, man. I mean, Mariota just look lost out that joint, man.
I mean, at this point, they might need just to keep two QBs. I mean,
bro, Mariota can go. Like I said, my man Mike need that O back. Go ahead, get up, come above that.
And if Sam is healthy, put Sam on the practice squad.
What they gave him, $6 million?
Something like that.
6 or 8.
Yeah, it might be 8. He got him a nice little bonus.
I think he'll make the practice squad.
Who, Mariota?
He might. I mean,
bro, he left the Falcons 2-3 years ago because of old boy that ain't even there no more. You think he finna come back here to the practice squad? Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Yes, Key. We're gonna do that Thursday for sure. I don't know how much we're gonna get though, because last we got 23 minutes.
I kick this out.
I don't
know about y'all, but I'm not mad.
I'm gonna be mad ain't the word to describe how I would feel if that don't happen.
10 million, 8 million. All right, man. Let's get up out of here just real quick. Anything y'all looking forward to? The joint practice or the game? Jayden play a series, 2 series. What y'all think?
It's going to be a very, very big week for our secondary, specifically the cornerbacks. I don't know what the game is going to look like and who
Hold on,
may or
D'Angelo.
may
Wait a
not play in
minute.
the game.
Hold up. Who is this guy? Hold up, D'Angelo. Man, he want to get to the draft. Is one of them dudes your cousin or something?
August shit, bro.
That might be Radar cousin right there.
Yeah?
Man. Wow.
Yeah, go ahead, Bree.
Yeah, just with the firepower.
You know what, Breeze? You know what? He must just got Madden and he in franchise mode. That gotta be the reason. D'Angelo must be playing Madden right now. Yeah.
Man, he already 2% of the season.
Yeah, Madden came out today.
Yeah.
Damn, what I've been at, bro? Lord, gee.
I mean, you've been doing celebrity things, but go ahead.
Man, I've been running around. But yeah, I don't think the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Odell Beckham, I don't think they'll play much, if at all, in the preseason game. But them boys finna get some work in practice, though. It's gonna be a big week for Forbes and BSJ and David, everybody. That they want the smoke coming. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. It's gonna be a rough one, but hopefully, we can, show very well for ourselves, for themselves, and somebody can take a step forward. But yeah, it's gonna be a rough one this week.
Ceelo, what you got?
So joint practices, which is usually where all the guys play, because I doubt guys like Tyreek Hill and Jayden Waddle are going to play in the preseason. But if they play in the joint practices, I look forward to exactly what Bree said. Just get ready. They just don't get mad. Don't get all three of our maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just the 1-on-1s, the 7-on-7s, the 11-on-11, all that stuff to me is going to be interesting. The other thing I'm looking forward to is are we going to be able to solidify, the starting line? I think Wiley's going to be back this week finally. I don't know about Coleman, right? What are we doing there? Is that do we get nervous yet, or do we just let that ride?
Do we know what the issue is with him?
Shoulder. Yeah, shoulder pec area. So a little, I guess, sensitive.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, I just want to see how that part of the ball kind of gets solidified, as well as obviously the secondary is about to get handled. Hopefully not, though.
Father God, we come to you this evening as we pray for any engagement tweet by Dov, NFL notification for all the videos we about to see against the 101s with Tyreek Hill, brother Jaylen Waddle, and evangelist Odell Beckham Jr. I pray that you cover our cornerbacks, because that's their job. Cover our cornerbacks for what's about to happen. But nevertheless, that's all I want to see. I want to see how the defense plays against a very high-octane offense. And then I want to see a little bit more reps from Jayden. I want to see how the offense look. Wide receiver room, who's going to fight for the last couple of spots, who's going to step up. And then, the running back room. I think the running back room is going to be interesting now. I like what Wiley did. Let's see, can Rodriguez bounce back? Because Rodriguez looked kind of rough last week, trying to bounce outside.
He looks slow. He had heavy feet.
Yeah.
Heavy feet for sure. All right, man. We appreciate all of you. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. I think we're gonna do Red Zone in the Lab another day this week, and then next week we're gonna pick it up to 2-3 days a week. So be on the lookout for that. You'll see me and Ceelo on the Wednesday show. But DT got his. Go ahead, shout yours out, DT. And then
I am going to be on vacation this week.
I'm just talking about regularly, just
y'all tune in, man.
It's bad when Trail's saying that. Oh my goodness,
it's a wrap, man.
Y'all tune in every Wednesday. The Command Time podcast pops up every Wednesday, with exception this week. We'll be having hosts, we'll be having other people talk. You can also join now with the show and discuss many things we talk about with the Washington Commanders. Also tune in on Thursdays with Enters the Lab podcast. That is the All NFL podcast on the Red Zone DC Media channel.
The Breeze.
Everybody, please go follow, share, like, subscribe to the Cooling Up with Coach Breeze podcast on YouTube. I don't want to say who it is yet, but I do have 2 interviews lined up for the next 2 weeks. One pertaining to the Commanders and football and training camp and all that should be very fun. Another one is NASCAR. Tap in if you want to. We're gonna be here. Working on something fun for y'all this week. And my birthday is Friday, so I got something to announce on Friday too. And yeah, tap in with me.
Cool. So that's probably
Nice.
Joe Gibbs and Karoo. So we do appreciate all of you listening. We appreciate you watching. We know your time is very valuable for you to spend it with us. We definitely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love. Jason Tatum will never be